Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we got another product that just came in. I literally just picked this up about 10 minutes ago. So this is the Glock Performance Trigger from Glock. I've got it for my Glock19x. I'm going to give y'all a couple test pulls and let y'all see how that Glock looks and feels, and then we will switch it out for this one and see what she's like. If this product is dookie, I will let you know. If it's good, I will tell you the truth. So, alright, let's jump right into it. So I did get this from Glock store, and it came in within, I'd say 6 days, and I got this. So this was in the package. It is I guess a little save 10% little code. Didn't realize there was a little code on there for me that all y'all could have, so
Why? Don't you feel dumb? Kid! Look at you!
alright, so the information you requested has arrived. I don't know what that means, but let's find out. Okay, I'm guessing it's just a little Glock store magazine. That's pretty cool. 10-day optic cut. That's what I got done with this. If you have a Glock, I think they do other things other than Glock too, but mainly Glock. If you do have a Glock and you don't have an optics cut, send it off to them and they will have it. Once they receive it, they will have it back to your house in 10 days. That's one of the best deals that I could find online, so y'all go check that out if y'all want an optics cut. But this thing is, I guess, yeah, it's a pamphlet to show you everything they have. This is pretty cool because I like this a lot better than the website, so that's pretty cool. Alright, now let's get into the meat and Glock potatoes. Alright, so I'm gonna use a little kitchen knife so y'all don't make fun of me. I can't find my pocket knife. We're gonna try not to absolutely ruin this thing, which I've done before. Alright. Oh, by the way, when I got this thing it did look like this. It was all crushed. So, luckily it's just a trigger and not something important. But, let's see. Okay. Cleaning and oiling. Okay, so you are supposed to apply 1 drop of oil between the trigger bar and connector, so like normal with the regular. Between the trigger bar and frame, which that's also normal. You always want to, right here where the trigger bar is, that runs across the plastic of the Glock, you always want to put oil on the outside, and you always want to put oil, let me see if I can get y'all, right in here where these two meet up. And then on top of the sear holder. Now that's new. So let's see. It says on top of the sear holder. So I'm guessing, here, let's take this thing off. Okay. So this is a whole new setup, by the way, guys. This is completely different than the regular Glock trigger. Usually most of all this mechanism's not here. The trigger bar is different. Usually it's a cruciform that goes right there. So this was a good innovation from Glock. They finally came out with something after all of these years. All of these other companies had to come out with something, but Glock just waited and waited and waited. So, but hopefully this is going to be a solid product. I expect it will be. With Glock, usually safety is their #1 thing. So I'd expect that this has all of the safety requirements, drop safety, and everything. They want you to lubricate this with CLP prior to the first use and before and after each subsequent use. I heard something around 1,500 rounds is where they want you to oil it. Okay, another thing I'm noticing, and I have noticed, is this is a completely different trigger shoe. This actually goes all the way down. The original Glock trigger, this part sticks out even when it's pressed, and it just really rubs on your trigger finger. The shoe seems thicker and flatter. Seems nice. I like this. Here we go, right here. Okay, this is for a Glock 43X. When you push this in, that sticks out still. That's pushed all the way in. And I know it doesn't look like much, but let's see if I can get y'all focused. There we go. That part will really, really rub on your finger. So this is the original Glock shoe, and this is the upgraded one. So it's more of a flat face with a curved bottom. The shoe, it looked thicker, but it doesn't seem to actually be thicker. It just feels better because it's actually the same length all the way around. Here they got this kind of moon, half moon shape. So, and then now you can see actually. So what I was talking about is this is the trigger bar now. This used to be the trigger bar. It looked like this and had a cruciform that would hook into here, and it didn't have all this down in here. This would actually be what engaged the striker. It would push the striker back, and then it would drop and release the striker. Now this is what engages the striker, and the trigger is able to move freely of the striker without moving the striker. So that's gonna be pretty cool. So I will show y'all eventually on another video how to take this apart and put it back together, but for now we're just gonna install it, which I have to do off camera because YouTube does not like freedom. So, and they definitely don't like 2A content, and YouTube does not like us. So if you can, give us a like, a share, and try to subscribe if you enjoy the content. Alright, so let's get this Glock going real quick. So it's clear, no mag. Alright, there's the wall. Here's the take up. About right there. Alright, there's the wall. A little extra movement. A little more movement. Brake. Now the brake's not heavy. The brake on this one, this gun's a little broken in, but I'd say it's probably about a 4.5 pound, maybe 5 at the most. Reset. And it's got a pretty good reset for Glock. Alright, let's look at it again. Take up. Wall. A little bit more smush. More. Brake. Let's change this out real quick, and then I will check out the new trigger. Guys, I thought I'd cut in here real quick and at least show you where to oil this thing, which I think Glock allows. I mean, not Glock, but YouTube allows. So you're gonna want to put a drop of oil right there, a drop of oil on the trigger bar, and they said on here. Oops, sorry. Let me get y'all over here. Come on. I'm just gonna put it a little bit. I don't know exactly where they wanted it, but it said kind of right there. And this is kind of very thin oil, so it's okay if I put a little too much, because it's not gonna last very long. Oh, while we're at it, let's go ahead and compare these two triggers. So this is the new one. That's what it looks like. This is the old original one. So it's just one cruciform in there, and that's what rides on the striker. It comes up, pushes the striker back. Once it hits this trigger bar, once it hits the connector, it comes in and drops, and it releases the striker. I'm gonna put this in the Glock19x, and we'll be right back. I wore some gloves, don't give me a hard time. Alright, this is what it looks like now. I kind of like the way it looks, so let's give it a go. Alright, Oh, there's the wall. That's a short take up. Little bit, barely a little bit of move. A little bit more. Oh, that's a light break. Okay. So yeah, with the Glock trigger, the Glock Performance Trigger, well, the Glock regular trigger, when you break the trigger, it stays to the rear. This one does not. Even though it's already been broken, it still comes forward. Let me feel what this feels like for real. That is super light. I actually think that might be in the threes for sure. Light. That's light. That feels really good though. Really, really good. Yeah, that's I don't know how to say it, guys. That feels better than an Apex trigger. The break is so smooth and light. It's light, but it has a solid wall, which is weird because usually, if y'all know these Glock triggers, in order to make a trigger lighter, you have to use a different connector so that when this trigger comes and hits the wall, it's a more of a angled wall, so it's not a hard boom, you hit it and it has to put a lot of pressure to go down. It comes in at an angle and it's more of a smushy break. There's not a solid wall and you know where you're at. It's more of a rolling break. This is completely different. You know exactly where that wall is. It's really a defined solid wall, but to break through it, it just takes no effort. Let me try that again. Wall. Yeah, that's different. That's different. One thing I am feeling is, okay, see, I just broke the trigger, right? Pay attention to this. I'm gonna cock it, and I'm pretty sure this trigger moves backwards even further. Okay, yeah. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but it moved backwards even further, just a little bit more. Reset. Alright, guys. That's a good trigger. That's a really good trigger. Now, I do got to take it to the range and put some live fire through it and see how it actually feels. But dry firing it, that is the best trigger I have ever felt. Now, that's not saying a lot because I've only felt Glock triggers, SIG triggers, and Apex triggers. But I can tell you this is way better than all of those. The trigger safety goes all the way flush. The trigger feels good. Very light, smooth break. Short reset. I can't wait to take this to the range, guys. So that is it for this video. So far, I love this trigger. I'm super surprised. I think it's about a 3.5, which is perfect for this because this is going to be my competition build. You can get a Johnny Glock's Vex trigger shoe to go on here, and it makes it even better. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I'm gonna take this out this weekend and I will let y'all know how it goes. So far, this is a thumbs up for me. I'm loving it, and I will catch you guys on the next one.